already over. Hello.
Already over. I'm already over it.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, Luna. I hope your day is well. I hope your day is going well for you.
Language set to English.
As it should be. Because I can't read another language.
As it should be sounds crazy.
For me. Because I can't read another language.
Oh boy.
Because I'm not good at languages.
Off to a rough start.
If it was for somebody else.
What is this? It says set to English and now it's just like, hey, do you want to choose a language?
Want to change the language that you set?
This is the first time for investigations. This is our first time for everything.
Yeah.
We've never played any of them. We've never played any of them until we streamed them.
Choose
Select view
douched?
privacy.
Do you mean Dutch? You mean Dutch? I can't read Dutch. Can't read that. Can't read that.
Oh, let's go, gamers. Let's go.
This is the first stream of this. Why am I hearing myself twice? What is happening?
This is the first stream of... we finished Apollo Justice 2 weeks ago, and 1 week ago we didn't play. Options? Ooh. Ooh.
I don't like the HD at all.
You want the pixels?
Oh, no, the pixel. I'm sorry. I don't like the pixel at all. My bad.
The name of the art style is in the red bar.
I hate that.
Okay, well this was a DS game. This was a DS game.
Well, this looks much better.
How rude. Big forehead versus pixel art?
Hair forehead.
Yeah. He's got a big forehead in both. Let's do it.
I'm excited.
There's 2 games. It's Investigations and Investigations Prosecutor's Gambit. I hate these title screens. Look at this. Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth is the actual title, but it says Ace Miles Edgeworth Attorney Investigations. Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutor's Gambit. That's actually close to what it's supposed to be. Turnabout Visitor. Everything old is new.
Yeah, and JJ complained about it then, too. What is with all the question marks?
To make sure the defendant is found guilty, what other choice do I have? That is the job of a prosecutor, after all.
That may be true, but why? Why go this far?
I don't think this is who I thought it was.
It's fine.
That's fine. Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough, but a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. No matter what the cost.
Huh!
I knew it definitely wasn't Miles saying that.
Wow. That was not how I was expecting his hair to look.
Among prosecutors. Always have been. Always will be.
Sportsman? Is that his name?
Is that their name? Sportsman? like I said, I knew the gameplay and walking around is different in this game.
It's hard to believe I've been away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. He's not your maid, dude. The door is unlocked. It's not his name, he's just clearly into sports, I guess. Detective Gumshoe? What's this smell? It's very familiar. Blood? What the... What's the meaning of this?
Freeze!
Identify yourself.
Shut up.
Got some nerve committing murder in a prosecutor's office. Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear.
What?
No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrusted into a multitude of cases and some very frantic and busy days. Hi, Norman.
Hello, Norman. Your name is actually Norman. That shit is surprising.
Ain't no way Miles had a gun to his fucking head and he aura'd the damn killer out of the building. That's just how strong his aura is, dude.
Alright, well, time frame wise, we know this takes place after... sometime after Phoenix is, I'm sorry, Miles is attempted to be framed for murder, because he got the prosecutor's award.
People just be trying to frame him all the time.
I don't think someone tried to frame him here. I don't really think that's what happened.
Hi, Bunny.
They didn't do a very good job if they're trying to frame him here. I finished photographing the victim's bodies, sir.
Very well. Please continue your investigation.
Yes, sir.
Why do I keep hearing myself twice? What is happening?
I don't know. Why do you hear yourself twice?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Say something again? Yeah, I have no idea. Do you have, like, an audio source that you're, like, monitoring?
The only one that should be going is the audio capture from my microphone and then Discord. And that's the only ones that are on. Those are the only active sources right now.
We have a prosecutor's badge.
Why is the prosecutor's badge so much fancier?
I don't know. He's always had it, though, right? Are you still hearing yourself?
Yes.
Are people hearing you twice?
I don't know. No.
Well, why didn't you say something?
Lemmies only heard once. Bunny says no. Okay. Well, it's just something I'll deal with then.
It's just something I'll feel.
Where would it even be coming from?
The only thing I can think of is from Discord, but I don't know. Like, I'll say something, and then your screen will start flashing like you're talking, and then I'll hear myself again.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay, sir?
Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene.
When I heard that a murder had taken place in your office, I ran up here straight away.
This is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective with the local precinct. Keep it down, detective. Might wake up the dead guy. And the one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being.
You're looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt?
No, I'm perfectly fine. However...
Ah, look what they did to your office. It's totally trashed.
I'll say. Culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office.
A bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
Fish to fry. Whoa, sounds like you're really getting burned up over this whole thing.
This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. Hi, Zeno.
Oh, that is just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, Zeno. Okay, time to do some investigating.
Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office?
Is it really a coincidence that the murder took place in my office?
I get the nagging feeling this is something important to keep in mind.
Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you?
No, not really, especially because of this.
The key to your office? For security reasons, this office's door has a lock built into it.
Like most office doors.
What do you mean, sir?
If you think about it carefully and use the logic, it should become clear to you.
Logic?
Gumshoe's never used logic in his life.
What's your logic? Does that cost money?
By finding the connection between two pieces of information. And connecting them, new information is born. When a mommy information and a daddy information love each other very much. So glad Edgeworth created logic. Thank God. What would we do without him? That is the end result of using logic. Isn't logic also like a programming language?
Maybe? But logic is more so like a factor of programming, usually.
I don't know a lot.
So how do you use it?
First, I recall the information we've gathered with L, and then I connect them together with X. Because I've got these, you know, buttons on me like a robot. Digital audio workstation for Mac devices. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Now, to recall the facts.
Oh, I have to press L.
Sorry, I should have said it that way.
I'm connecting the dots. It's a single red line.
I've connected the dots. Got an achievement.
I don't know what that means. Did I do it wrong or am I stupid?
For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks. Which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as a mere coincidence.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir.
There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after? This is the goofiest mechanic?
You're really on the ball today.
This one?
You're really on the ball. You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's some beautiful logic, sir.
Yes, well, when you follow leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. But if I think carefully before piecing leads together, the logic should flow. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Edgeworth's super lawyer power, basic logic, and common sense. He's the only one who has any.
The basis of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir.
I know that. And when I want to examine something, I'll use A when I'm next to it.
Oh, if you ever feel lost and want to talk, just use X, okay? I'll give you great, precise advice as an ace investigator, sir.
Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. If I think about
Yes,
a thing...
talk to your X.
If I
Talk
think
to
about
your
a thing
ex.
and it turns out wrong, the shock will give me an aneurysm. Just like real life. What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here.
I think I've seen one of these before.
Care to enlighten me as to where?
Oh, I know. I was issued the exact same model, I think. I had to sell it for food.
Detective.
I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. But now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much except in emergencies, like when I killed that guy. So that's why I didn't recognize it.
So it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by this precinct's detectives. Basically, think so hard
When
his
he said
mind
he'd seen this
explodes
before-
momentarily. Me too, dude.
When he said he'd seen this before, I was like, yes, Gumshoe, it's a gun.
I've seen something like this in movies.
You called, sir? I didn't want to talk to you. I wanted to talk to the guy.
He's following you.
But the speech bubble didn't pop up when it's here. Do I have to press A to examine? Why is oh, X is to talk specifically to Gumshoe.
X is simply for your ex. Do you have anything to report?
Sir, yes, sir. Nothing out of the ordinary right now, sir. And yet there's something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes. Talk about it. Talk about a contradiction.
Something out of the ordinary, huh? I should look around a bit more. Oh, the murder's not it? The murder's not the out of the ordinary thing?
I just figured, like, I could talk and, like, get more, whatever.
They finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine this area. A, to examine the possibility of a conversation. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
I don't believe it. I packed those files on these shelves so tight that not even an earthquake could make them fall off. But just look at them. At this rate, the rest of the files won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all.
A problem to be sure. Well, once the investigation is over, we'll put them back up on the shelf. Inspect the suspicious book and granny. The writing in blood isn't important.
I love when you do like a point and click and it's like, I click over here, it's like, oh my god! These books are all off the shelf!
It looks like he wrote gum! It looks like he wrote gum upside down! That seems important. What do we have here?
Hey, I think I've seen one of these before.
It's a book. It's a police badge detective.
Oh, hey, I have the exact same thing, actually. What a coinky-dink.
Let's take a look inside. Mr.
You don't
Buddy
understand,
Faith.
Mr. Edgeworth. I had to use a 3-pound maul to hammer these books in. They weren't meant to come out except with a pry bar.
I do have an echo sometimes? Okay, so I have no idea where it's coming from. I'm sorry.
There should be a Discord echo setting.
Stream this early? We stream this early almost every Sunday. Discord echo setting. I don't...
Echo cancellation. It's just called echo cancellation.
Where is it? I have it turned on. I have it turned on.
Maybe it's my mic.
Well, yeah, every time it happens, your screen is flashing with the green border.
Mine's also turned on.
I don't understand.
Well, I just shoved some stuff in the door, so hopefully that helps.
Anyway, yes, JJ's mask is inspired by the Splatoon headgear.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really wear the mask.
Mr. Buddy Faith. It would appear that our victim was a detective just like you. Seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other. The revolver's the standard model used by detectives.
Are you hearing yourself now?
No.
Okay, I shoved some stuff in the door, so I think that's basically solved it. We just need to get a new draft blocker.
Could it have belonged to our recently departed? A successful think, indeed. Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time? It just happened again.
Yes, sir. On it now, sir. Excuse me, pal. Let's see. What have we got here? Mr. Edgeworth, sir. This guy's wearing a gun holster.
So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Do I work as a detective? I'll never tell. Hi, Hams. How you doing? Good? I'm glad you're good.
Are you going to be okay with keeping track of the evidence we find, sir?
Of course. This is the safest way I know how to keep track of it all. My noggin.
All right, if you say so.
I log any and all evidence I find in my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to press R to open my organizer. Only FBI agents never tell where they work, which makes their conspiracy kind of useless. Well, I'll never tell. The organizer isn't only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on hand in it, too. So it's like our court record.
I guess.
It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often.
Are you still hearing yourself?
It's happening more sporadically.
I don't know what to do.
I have no idea what's causing it. Let's see what else we can find out about this revolver. Thank you for Roxo Bunny.
As I always say, you gotta look really carefully at each piece of evidence. You can use to rotate an object. There's no such thing as a bad angle. Use and to zoom in and out to get at the nitty and gritty. There's a horse.
A horse, of course. Looks like only one round was fired from this.
Oh, so the killer killed the Vic with just one shot after wrestling the gun from him? Well, I don't know if this is the gun. As the victim died, and also there's a gunshot in the wall. Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. Good morning, Blaze. Let's give the body a once-over. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area.
It looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach's area, sir.
In other words, he was shot.
Yep, and until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that.
Thank you for Hydrate, Luna. Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene. Oh, what a posture. Sit up straight. Sit up straight, Sonny. Mr. Faith's holster. But he never thought he'd be killed by his own gun. Or was he?
Yeah, shut down by the very thing that's supposed to protect these people. I just can't get over that, sir. It's not right. We're gonna get the killer for this.
Maybe it's because the victim is a fellow detective. But for a second, Gumshoe sounded even more detective-like than usual.
Didn't I already look at this?
Victim's badge probably fell out of his pocket during the struggle.
Well, I always take extra care to make sure mine doesn't fall out of my pocket, sir.
New lore Gumshoe looks up to his coworkers? I thought we already knew that.
I always have it down at the bottom of one of my super deep pockets, without fail.
Is it possible he's never taken his tattered coat to the cleaners? Hi, Joker. Good morning.
Hey, Joker. Luna, thank you for that care package. Your files are all over the floor, sir.
Probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer.
And I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, this just rendered all the time and effort I put in pointless.
I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room.
What?
As soon as he came up, he was like, I hope Gumshoe kept everything tidy.
Well, I watered the flowers every day, just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. For about half a day every Saturday, I'd come in and clean this place until it sparkled.
Does he have a life? How's the case going? We just got started. I guess this is about all we're going to find out. We should send the body to
Jim! Why, oh why? How could this have happened to a guy like you?
Are you alright?
Don't touch me! Leave me alone! Just let me be!
Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body.
The body? The body! Don't talk about him like that. He's just some lump of flesh. Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night. Sure. Just in a blood-stained suit, pal.
The sportsman, indeed.
Where are my manners?
Aren't you that prosecutor?
Hi, Joker. Why, yes, I am. I'm Jax Portman.
I thought you said his name wasn't Sportsman, Luna.
Jimmy was my partner in crime busting.
I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I am also a prosecutor.
Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir. Clear Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office?
Yes, that's correct.
Then it was you. You're the one who killed Jim. Hey, don't go around jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? I will not. I know how things work around here. Prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them. And only the owner of this office has the key to his or her own office door.
That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner.
Yeah, it was me. Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who could murder that guy was me, like I did. Ho, ho, ho. Wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means. So it was you then. You're Jim's killer. No way, pal. You got it all wrong.
Everyone calm down. Mr. Portsman, correct. If you are a real prosecutor, you should know to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions?
Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool customer, though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of legend, you know. Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay? Now how about a handshake to seal the deal?
A pleasure to work with you.
You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on then. It's your room after all.
Thank you, I intend to.
I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there. Sir. Why was he so intent on touching someone's hand?
He's just touching everybody.
No, I think he did something. I want you to capture this scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner, Jim. What?
I should probably give them some space. This is weird. Why are you being weird?
Your jacket, sir. What's it doing on the floor?
Must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round.
The killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well? They dared to shoot the ultra-special jacket that you made your prosecutorial debut in? What if they had shot through it? It would have been a disaster.
I bet his name's not even Jim. I thought it was Buddy. I fully thought the dead guy's name was Buddy.
I thought it was Buddy too.
So, I don't think his name is even Jim. It's not worth getting worked up over, Detective, not when there's something more here.
Okay. I think it's supposed to be suspicious. Huh? Like what?
I take it you haven't noticed yet, Detective. There's a giant contradiction right here in front of us.
Really?
Did I say contradiction? He must be rubbing off on me. Starting to sound like him. I didn't even need to say his name, but you all know who we're talking about.
Yes, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Did I hear my name? No, Buddy. Buddy. But I have my own methods. I will conduct this investigation my way. When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off, that's when my deductive skills come into play. First, I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. This is it. This bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that's off, I should point my cursor and press X with conviction. And when I found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction, I present it. This is how I do things. Only one shot was fired.
Sorry,
Eureka! Huh? This bullet hole is the contradiction.
What do you mean, sir?
It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room. The first felled the victim. And the second felled this frame.
Hey, that's right.
However, this gun was only fired once. Hi, Boyd.
Hey, that's true too.
Which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepped for tonight?
By the way, I noticed something, sir.
Yes?
What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame?
Ah, that. It's a secret safe.
A secret safe? Oh, I smell money.
I'll spare us the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside.
What? Gumshoe got so excited like money is just something that he can take.
It's not your
Gumshoe
money,
when-
dude.
Gumshoe, when you start feeding him Gumshoe treats.
How you doing, Void? I hope you're well.
Hey, Void. Thanks for getting your daily ice pack.
Now, if you could kindly move the frame out of the way.
Roger that. Doggo, Dusty.
Suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while.
I had no idea there was a safe here, or I'd have kept it clean for you, sir. What did you put this thing in?
It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one.
Really? I had no idea.
Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence.
So what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth?
Right now, nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial's in session.
That's it? Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Now this is odd.
You found something, sir?
This keypad. Don't you find it to be a bit too clean?
Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself.
You there, forensic scientist.
Yes, sir.
Could you please dust this area for fingerprints?
You got it, sir. I couldn't find, let alone lift, a single print. Looks like it was wiped down well.
As I thought. It appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly connect the dots with the information we have.
I wonder if I'm jumping to conclusions here.
Well, I think the killer was in the office to get what was ever in the safe, even though there was nothing in the safe.
Yes, but I'm curious if I'm jumping too far ahead. If I'm one step ahead.
Nope, we're right. I believe I figured out what the murderer was after.
Well, what is it, sir?
The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe.
Theft, question mark? Well, open up the fucking safe. Bitch has got a lot to say.
I wonder if knowing the motive behind this break-in was theft changes what the other pieces of information can tell me about this crime.
Jerker, thank you for getting your daily ice pack. You got Rin. No, it's your trophy. The, Knight of Prosecutors, right?
King of prosecutors. It's not a trophy, it's a shield.
Only send this to the winning prosecutor, right?
Yes, but I have no real interest in the perceived worth of other people. As for my own worth, that is something only I can determine for myself.
That's so slick, sir. I'm gonna have to try saying that sometime.
Unfortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly to his worth to me.
It's not a trophy, it's a trophy.
Is this yet another batch of fresh flowers?
The ones that come with a card attached every month like clockwork for you? Yep. Speaking of that, let's see what's on the card this month, sir. All will be resolved. Wendy.
Oh, Miss Irony, how painful are thy thorns.
Wendy, isn't that the name of that old lady with the whiny voice that's shocked?
That's enough, detective. You need not to remind me further. Well, it's a good thing my steel samurai doll was spared any harm.
Speaking of which, I still haven't actually sat down and watched any of that show. What's it about again?
Well, I don't know much about it myself, but... the hero of the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo, is the Steel Samurai. And his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. However, its high production values and riveting plot draws a number of adults as well. Spin-offs like Pink Princess Warrior of Little Old Tokyo and The Nickel Samurai, along with the deluge of merchandise and even a new stage show, gives it presence.
Well, I don't know much about it myself. He lied as naturally as he breathed.
Why is he just like the Wikipedia page for this?
You sure know a lot. Are you sure you're not some sort of rabid fanboy?
Of course not. Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much. And yes, Old Bag canonically keeps sending Edgeworth flowers. Yep, she sure do. And that conversation lasts longer than expected. Let us return to the investigation.
Oh, watch out for the teacup fragments there, sir.
Killer is going to pay this tea set.
Yikes, you're really mad over this.
This tea set is very dear to my heart and can only be bought in England. It costs more than your whole month's paycheck. That's not hard to do.
Most things do. Most things do. What? Now I feel like the killer's wasted one of my monthly paychecks.
Exactly, Luna. It's not a lot. It's been a while since I've sat at this desk. Oh, how I've missed you. So tidy it looks newer than when I first bought it.
Oh yeah, that thing's so polished it makes mirrors jealous.
Don't tell me you had no other work the entire time I was away, Detective.
My job is to protect your office, sir.
And you did such a good job protecting it that a murder occurred in it.
It's harsh, sir.
I have to admit, the desk has never looked better, so I guess I can't dock his pay. Why is he the one who pays? I don't understand the financial implications of the prosecutor's office and the police precincts. Why is this their pay scale? Mr. Portsman, a word if I may.
Jim, I swear I'll find your killer and bring them to justice. You wait and see. It'll be for the both of us. Jonathan, you wanted to talk to me about something?
No, that's alright. I feel like I'm interrupting their conversation. Costs more than your whole month's paycheck. What kind of fancy brand is it? Kirkland. How's it coming along?
Please, I need absolute silence. This picture is too important to mess up.
I'll leave the man to his art. Yeah, prosecutors are the one deciding detective salaries. Why? Why?
They even knocked over your chess set. I had it all set up and ready for when you got back. I figured we could play a few games.
I had no idea you were interested in chess.
I'm actually pretty good at checkers, so I thought I'd give chess a try.
In that case, I suppose I can set some time aside after we solve this case. Though I don't expect the games to tax my mental acuity much. Guess that's just how the Japanese, American police work, I guess. Jamerican.
Am I supposed to link more stuff? I don't know which things to link.
Maybe...
Okay, so that's what it looks like when they don't link together.
Pieces don't fit together quite right. Maybe the motive? There is a possibility that the files splayed upon the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer.
Oh, you mean like it could be from when the killer tried to find something, sir?
Precisely. We need to figure out if any of these files have been stolen.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna shelve files like you've never seen before, even at a library.
Sure. Let's give that a try. There's a bit of blood coming out of your nose, sir. Just a little aneurysm.
Always die young. Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth.
No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth.
And so what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth?
First, we calmly restore the files to their rightful place.
You got it. Here, let me help. So this file goes here, and that book goes there. You sure know a lot about where things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office. Because I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal. Okay, done.
It would appear the murder was definitely committed here.
Nothing seems to be missing. Ah, the bloodstains on the bookshelf are still fresh.
I suspect the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the prints on the shelf.
And then the guy fell on the floor, right? The blood on the floor is kind of grossing me out.
Gross. Now back to my hunch. Detective, I don't have time to deal with your weak stomach right now.
You know, I'm not that good with blood, sir.
I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? There's clearly a contradiction here with this bullet hole.
What do you mean, sir?
You don't see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should have been much higher up.
But what if the guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down, sir?
That would be illogical. The victim leaned against this shelf right here after being shot. Which suggests he was standing when he was shot.
Hey, Scorpy.
How's it going, Scorpy?
Then that means... Wait, what does it mean, sir?
It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption. And it was from this mistake that our current contradiction was born. What is a faulty assumption that causes problem with the bullet hole's position?
The order of the files? Right?
I suppose. I believe the order of the files is a bit off.
You mean I put them back in the wrong order just now? Hey, actually, I think the labels on the files are wrong, sir.
Oh.
Yeah, you see here how the files that were shot begin with the number 0? What are those doing all the way down there after 1, 2, and 3? That's really weird.
Actually, the way they're organized now is the correct order. They're exactly as I see them in my mind's eye.
The numbers are all out of order.
Those white binders are special, so they are arranged a little differently. But from this, we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. Aha, so that's it. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption as you just did, Detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see what we find out.
You think it'd be okay to prop the body back up to how it was before it was moved?
They finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. If you please, Detective Gumshoe. As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it logically should be. Killer went through my files first before shooting Mr. Faith.
Can we... Please! Please!
It says Gumshoe! It says
Well, also, there's a
Gumshoe!
file missing. We're like, what's up here? What's up here? I pointed at this hours ago. An hour ago. And then put the files back in numerical order, I guess.
Exactly, and then proceeded to shoot the victim.
Why would someone kill a man, then look through your files one more time?
Puzzling indeed. Files were thrown into disarray twice, once before and once after the crime, but why? Now the crime scene is as it was the time of the murder. Time to give it another look. Can we see that now, please? This...
What is that? Why does it say Gumshoe on there in blood?
Say that's some incredibly incriminating evidence. Oh, oops. My bad. Yes, indicative of criminal activity indeed.
Fine. No, wait, there's gotta be some mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Help me. Say something, sir.
Thank you for the 5-stream streak, Scorpy. Hi, Timber.
Thank you for getting your daily ice pack.
It appears one of my files was stolen.
Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation?
Is that what the killer was really after?
Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. And this most important message managed to reach us. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party.
If you're going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up.
Jim's words, they're more than enough, wouldn't you say? Who's Jim?
If that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning.
You got it.
I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. There must be some sort of flaw to his logic waiting for me to dig out.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you going to do?
What I always do in court. I'm going to cross-examine him. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with this technique.
Oh, how do you do that? Can you explain it to me, sir?
Alright, first I listen to the witness's testimony. If I find a flaw in the testimony, something that contradicts the evidence, I open my organizer and present the piece of contradictory evidence. It's old news.
But it's not like there's going to be a flaw in their testimony every time, right?
Correct. In those times, I need to press the witness with L. Sometimes by pressing, I can draw out new information and a new or modified testimony.
I think I get it, sir. I'll be sure to try this technique out during the investigations, too.
Very well. I'll even show you how it's done. Now watch carefully. How it's done, done, done. Who's Jim?
Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. Thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it'll be his final words that you'll be brought to justice.
What the fuck is Jim? You intend to argue the victim's dying message points to his killer.
I can hear Jim's voice, and he's calling for his killer's arrest.
Are you sure you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Portsman? There's no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. I will find the flaw in this man's logic. And expose it with credible evidence. You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask.
Who the fuck is Jim? What is it?
Why do you call the victim Jim? And clearly his name is Buddy Faith.
Isn't it obvious? Jim is the perfect name for my companion. Jackson Jim. Don't those two names go together like peanut butter and jelly? Jacques and Jim?
Jacques and Jim.
But Jim isn't even close to the guy's real name. Well, Jacques and Buddy just sounds off somehow.
You don't pronounce the S.
Fine. You could be a little less... You could be a little nicer about it. Besides, he was the third in a bunch of guys I decided to nickname Jim.
Talks about the victim like he was his pet. A pet? Do you really think it was necessary to dishevel my shelves twice to do that?
That's true. Okay, then maybe his real intent was theft. Hey, are you accusing me of stealing something from Mr. Edgeworth?
He's accusing you of murder, dude.
It's a possibility. Maybe your salary's been cut so much that life is just getting a little too rough to handle.
Hi, Sharky. Good morning.
I'll have you know that I eat 3 square meals every day, pal. And each of those meals is 1 cracker. Shark, thank you for doing your daily ice pack. Okay, so all 3 of them happen to be instant noodles, but... Poor thing, what an evil prosecutor you were paired up with. And what a motive, no? X, thank you for subscribing.
Hi, X. What a dehumanizing attitude to take towards one's detective partner. Gumshoe, stay off the couch, please. Why would Detective Gumshoe do such a thing?
Because the body was getting in his way. He had to mess with your bookshelf somehow, right? Anyway.
Why do you think the killer didn't notice the bloody letters?
The body was covering it quite well, wouldn't you say? That's how he missed it. But judging by what I've seen, it doesn't take much for your detective to miss something. What? Who do you think you are? You know nothing about me, pal. There's a lot a person can understand about another from first impressions alone.
Can't say I disagree with him on that point.
He is pretty stupid. Shark, thank you for the hydrate. Why don't you say something, sir? Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
Despite his lack of attention to detail, I don't believe the detective to be the culprit. Nobody could have overlooked the bloody letters, and I can prove it with evidence.
I couldn't ask for a better setup for the game-finishing spike.
Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portsman, but there is a serious flaw in your logic.
Bring a bit of the courtroom into this, I see. No problem, I'm game.
I can't help but find it odd.
Excuse me?
Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office.
What are you talking about? Oh, you're joking, I get it.
If you have time to laugh, then you have time to take another closer look at this. Do you still not see? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file?
What? That's impossible.
What's impossible, Mr. Portsman?
Nothing.
The files on that shelf are all about a certain case. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spines.
It's possible that they could have taken the file before committing the murder.
I think it's pretty obvious the file was stolen after it was written on. Missing letters in the detective's name were there, where the file should be is proof.
Yeah, I mean the S is gone and there's only half an H.
If Detective Gumshoe really was the culprit of this case, I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the files. Especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood.
Which means, what exactly? What does that make this dying message?
It makes it a work of criminal intent on tampering with a crime scene.
That's so low. I can't believe the criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir. I'm gonna get him, sir. I'll murder them with this gun that I used to kill someone else with.
Unless the killer
You'll
was
see.
Detective
I'm gonna have them
Gumshoe.
under arrest in no time.
Well, Mr. Portsman.
Brilliant, absolutely splendid. Logic deserving of Olympic gold.
I appreciate the praise, but it doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed.
You win some and lose some. That's how life goes. Glad everyone's so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive. But you know, it really is a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up, however. What is it this time? Are you still after me, pal? Humor me for a second. Who has the key to this office? That would be me. But Mr. Edgeworth just proved that I'm innocent, pal.
What the fuck?
That's absolutely right, and I acknowledge your innocence.
Then why do I sense you still have something to say? What is he doing?
Well, I was thinking, did you know there is one other person with the key to this office?
You win some, you lose some? Can't believe he stole a line from FNAF? I don't know about that. One other person?
Hey, you there. Yes, sir. What is it, sir? Would you kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady here for me?
A lady?
Oh, baby.
The girl is a member of this building's security. Think of her as a material witness. Security? Did you say security? No, stop it, pal. Don't!
What's wrong with him all of a sudden?
Maggie Bird? I believe she needs no introduction. I have called upon Miss Maggie Bird, a member of security.
Detective Gumshoe, sir?
Maggie? Miss Bird is a security guard on watch tonight.
I see, and your point is...
My point is that she could very well have used it. And by it, let's just say the master key, which can open all the office doors in this building. What?
God, I love her. She's pretty cool.
If you are not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only other person with access to this room is Miss Bird.
How dare you? I would never sneak into someone's room.
That's right. I refuse to believe that Maggie's the culprit, pal. It was me. That's right. I did it.
Gumshoe, come on now.
Can we take that as a confession, Detective? Well, it wasn't really me, but it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. So yeah, it was me. If it was, you'd have no problems with it, right?
Also, this is like one of, if not the only case in investigations that I think would have gone so hard as a mainline Ace Attorney case. If you're Phoenix and Gumshoe's defendant. Interesting. Eager for the hydrate and the posture. You're no better than Wellington from the second game because you're going to spell Maggie wrong. Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There's no need for such theatrics.
Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying here. That girl is the only one who could have committed the crime. And for one simple reason. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message.
Also, like Wellington, I enjoy lying recreationally.
Oh boy.
So you're saying she used the master key?
Rinfinite got Rinfinite.
Wow.
Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say?
That's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well.
That was then, this is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me.
Wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. You're thinking because the defendant Gumshoe and witness Edgeworth would have been amazing? It could have been fun. Seems the only way to get Mr. Portsman to give him more details is to press him. Who did you get, JJ?
At you!
Not me. Not me. I am delicious.
Hold it!
Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key?
There's only one person on staff at this time of night, and tonight she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird?
That's, true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir.
Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean?
Yes, moving on. I'd hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated. What do you mean, unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal. But you really can't trust her not to tell lies, plus I hate wasting time.
Should I hear Miss Bird out? Not so fast. I, too, am interested in hearing what Miss Bird has to say.
Didn't I just say it'd be a waste of time? Here lies.
I'll be the judge of that. Miss Bird, if you please.
I discovered the master key was missing at around 1 a.m., sir.
What do you mean by missing? Is this the Edgeworth game? It sure is.
As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it.
Mr. Portsman, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you?
I can't believe someone like you would be taken in by such words.
I'm not lying, sir.
Objection!
If that's the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key now.
I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir.
Huh, a likely story. And where's your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? I bet you just forgot where you put it and then, quote-unquote, found it again.
I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it.
Yeah, pal, trust me, you don't want to test how bad her luck is.
Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive.
Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth. But, you still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office. Her motive? Didn't we already establish that it was theft? I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe.
It's as Mr. Portsman says, Detective. I can't ignore the fact that all of the evidence points toward a motive of theft. But I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own.
Objection!
Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something?
Why not? It's the truth after all. It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway.
That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe, the existence of which was only privy to prosecutors.
I'm done taking blows. It's time I do some blowing of my own. I should call that man.
Find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was part of her cunning plan.
But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down.
I highly doubt that. I'd say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and safe were targeted.
Yeah, even I didn't know about that safe, pal, and I murdered the guy. That means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either. Then are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor?
Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now?
Curses! What made you? What's with the angry face all of a sudden? It's all my fault.
What do you mean?
It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes.
Bye, Blaze. Thanks for hanging out.
Please.
What did you just say?
We were partners, like inseparable conjoined twins. That's what I told him. I filled him in on the secret safes. And that means... Yeah, I know. I had only just told him, too. Obviously, it was wrong of me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it, but the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim.
Now he's claiming the victim was the thief?
And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you, Miss Maggie Bird?
Excuse me?
I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going a bit too far, even in your risky profession. What the? You're still accusing Maggie of the murder? Yes and no. I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who probably had drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it?
No, I couldn't.
Oh, it wasn't self-defense? So it was straight-up murder? You're sick!
I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir.
Plus, even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have a key to this office. Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us, unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him.
Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief?
I don't want to admit it, but the only way for everything else to make sense.
Has he no honor?
No, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourselves out? You can't kick us out. This is Mr. Edgeworth's office. But I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. You're all suspects to varying degrees, therefore ineligible to run this show. Listen, pal, how many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit.
Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself.
But, sir...
Mr. Edgeworth, tell him we would never let some random detective get the drop on me like that. I do my killing unseen. Tell him. We have no choice but to accommodate his request for now.
Haha, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I'd be most grateful.
Mark my words, Portsman. We'll meet again.
That's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Now don't disappoint me here.
I think that's a good spot to take a quick break.
Cool, why don't we go ahead and take a break then?
We'll be right back.
Hey, gamers. Welcome back.
We're back. We're ready. We're rocking.
What's with that prosecutor? I can't believe how rude he was. It was unbelievable.
Please maintain your professionalism, detective.
I'm gonna find some real solid evidence proving Maggie's innocence. You'll see, sir.
But we've been kicked out of the crime scene, sir.
True. So then, what now?
Looks like my life's fallen into yet another gigantic ditch.
I think people sometimes forget how many prosecutors, defense attorneys, and detectives we actually have in the Ace Attorney series. Yeah, because they're always using the same ones. Do not despair, Ms. Bird. We can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway.
Really, sir?
For example, this hallway. The linchpin of his argument against Miss Bird is related to the master key. In that case, this hallway is a perfect place to look for more information regarding the mystery surrounding my door. Should go to the right. If I remember right, there's a cameo secret bonus. Ooh. Kind of like the style of a scene. It's a little jarring from all the other games so far, though. Yeah, it's very different. Very different. It's...
Ah, isn't it that missing Oak series file, sir?
no doubt about it. The bloody letters mark it clear as day. There seem to be a few pages missing. Our thief took only what was necessary and left the rest behind.
What are these zero files about, sir? I guess they've got something worth stealing in them, huh?
Not particularly. It's just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine.
Huh?
They belong to the High Prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. I have my reasons, but let's just say I was charged with keeping them as they were.
That means the thief must have also wanted the file for a specific reason, right?
It would seem so. Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing.
I wonder why anyone would care about such an old case.
Well-crafted, high-quality sofa for visitors. The stitching is excellent.
Talk about a luxury waiting area. These babies are also great for napping, you know.
You would sleep even out here, detective? In a hallway?
Whenever I do, I always wind up dreaming about giving testimony up on the stand. But it always ends the same way, me getting trounced by a lawyer. Isn't that awful?
Maybe I should give it a try sometime, to envision myself winning, naturally.
What the fuck? Why is there a basketball hoop?
It looks like you're at quite the pitch, Mr. Edgeworth.
To be sure, a murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no trifling matter. We must first apprehend and punish the killer, accordingly, post-haste.
Sounds like a messy case you've got on your hands. If you ever feel lost or need some advice, my door is always open.
How gracious. I will keep your offer in mind. In Gumshoe's defense, it looks cozy as fuck. I don't know. I might nap there. Hi, Duran. Who is this guy again? Thank you for Oxo. What is a basketball hoop doing here?
Hey, didn't this used to be just outside next to the building a long time ago?
So when and why was it moved indoors?
I don't remember exactly, but I saw one of the officers drag it up here recently.
Drag it?
I heard that it wouldn't fit in the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it himself.
All the way up to the 12th floor. Yeah, I wonder.
Okay.
Is everything all right?
Yes, sir. If you must know, I weighed myself this morning and I'm finally at 154 pounds.
Congratulations, but I was asking about this hallway and this room.
Oh, everything's okay, sir. Oh.
Word of advice. Stay focused, or you may start to lose even more weight. What is a basketball doing here?
That's Mr. Portsman's prized possession, sir. I heard he also plays soccer, dodgeball, and even tennis.
Not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played in a hallway. Not really, Cox. Not really. Was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case.
I've always been a big fan of the courtroom, but this is like a dream. A dream where I'm being cross-examined by the Miles Edgeworth.
Can't let this chance pass me by. I must remember to ask her about the master key. Should jog her memory by showing her my notes. It's the master key to every office in the building. That's it? That's all we got? Did you know I'm an attorney? Each prosecutor's badge is engraved with the number of its owner on the back. Numbers, as if we're not human on the inside like everyone else. So when did you discover that the master key was missing?
By the time I realized it, I think it was around 1 a.m., sir. And I noticed it was back around 2:30 a.m. It was just sitting there on the ledge where the security room's reception window is. But I'm sure between those two times it was not just gone, but stolen, sir.
Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place?
It's not like that, sir. We always keep the key further inside the room, away from the window.
Always, you say. Except for this time, correct?
Well, I admit I was a bit careless, but I had my reasons. I left it out because I was sort of using it at the time. It was after I'd used it that I left it sitting out on the ledge.
I have to keep reminding myself it's like 3 in the morning in this game right now. Yeah, it's like really early. She used the master key. Have you ever met the victim before?
Well, I've seen him a couple of times before when I had to go to Mr. Portsman's office. Mr. Faith was always playing basketball with Mr. Portsman, sir.
That sounds like fun. Just once, I'd have loved to play with them.
It sounds fun, but the only person ever taking a shot was Mr. Portsman. All Mr. Faith ever did was pass him the ball, sir.
On second thought, I don't think I'd have fit in all that well with them. You're really tall.
What did you mean by you used the master key?
Oh, I had to use it to open the door for this prosecutor who had forgotten his key. I mean, it's my job as a security guard, right?
What is it?
That's right, I just remembered. The prosecutor who forgot his key. It was Mr. Portsman, sir.
Watching Gumshoe obliterate Portsman would be hilarious. Yeah, I'd watch that. Tell me more, Miss Bird, quickly.
Right. I thought I was already on the correct... I thought I was already on this dialogue option. I didn't realize it was going to move me.
It happens.
Ugh. Come on.
It was around 12 a.m. Mr. Portsman had forgotten his office key, so he came down to security, sir.
And that's when you loaned the master key to him.
No way! It's against regulation to loan the master key out to anyone. I walked with Mr. Portsman to his office and opened the door for him personally, sir.
I see.
And then? What happened after that?
Well, he called for me to come close up his office as he was leaving to go home. That was around 1:30 a.m., I think.
So in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight.
Talk about suspicious.
I doubt you can say that you've never left your keys at home, Detective. I think this calls for a thorough examination of Mr. Portsman's door.
So, I suspect that he used the basketball hoop to pretend like Edgeworth's door was his door.
Miss Maggie Bird, correct? I take it that you are an acquaintance of the detective?
It was under my supervision back when she was still on the force, sir. One day she got caught up in a murder, and things started going downhill, so she quit.
But I owe a lot to Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employer. Or so I thought until a few hours ago. Right before I was about to clock out for the night.
You got caught up in this whirlwind of a case, correct?
Don't worry, my whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. And now I even managed to be named a criminal just when I become a security guard.
It's a lot to go through in one lifetime.
I know! Just when I thought I had finally found my happiness.
She's a fucking superhero, except she doesn't have any superpowers.
I wind up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck.
You don't need to worry about me, Miss Bird, nor do you need to worry about yourself. I will still solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is for your cooperation. Cox, I've been hit by a car twice. It's not... You can live.
Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth, you can count on me. I'll do all I can to help.
Cars in Ace Attorney are soft. They've all got padding on them like bumper cars. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. I want an IRL video of JJ driving into you? No, thank you. No, thank you. Room 1203. I take it that this is Mr. Portsman's office.
Yeah, you can't mistake it because of that basketball hoop, sir. Oh, that reminds me. Mr. Portsman had actually wanted room 1202 really badly. But since you were already occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth, we put him next door.
So, why was Mr. Portsman so particular about getting room 1202?
I'm not sure, but I bet it's because of something like his birthday is December 2nd.
Obviously, it's because of the previous prosecutor who had it.
We know this.
Yep, that's gotta be it. I can't think of another reason why.
Can't think of a single reason. Can think of at least 3. Why am I even wasting time thinking about this? The door's locked tight.
I bet the old credit card trick wouldn't work here, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
This is the office of a high prosecutor, detective. These doors would be pretty ineffective if the average cat burglar could get through them.
Haha, so I guess only a great cat burglar could get in. That must be who our culprit is.
Might I advise you to return that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from?
It's Mr. Portsman's personal basketball hoop.
Can't believe he put something like this in the hallway of a prosecutor's office.
But you know, it's actually pretty useful, sir. Haven't gotten lost trying to get to your office since it's been here.
How long have I had the same office, and yet you still managed to get lost? Our killer is Selena Kyle. We've solved the case. Minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood.
It's kind of majestic too. Fits in really well with the ambience of the prosecutor's offices. Even Mr. Portsman seems dignified just because he works behind one of these.
Nonsense. A man doesn't become more or less dignified because of where he works.
Well, he seems more dignified than Mr. Payne.
Mr. Payne? I suppose custodial work can also be dignified. What kind of wood? Yes. I won't rest until I've I say that he says this every single time. It definitely is not Birch, Cox. Those 4 numbers on a number plate alone proclaim this to be my office.
Hey, these number plates slide right out, sir.
They have to be able to take the plate off when a room becomes vacant, you know. Although, the idea that it could be so easily removed is kind of... Yep. Take a shot each time he says this? No, thank you. I don't see any signs of forced entry.
According to the guard, no signs that the lock was picked either, sir.
Meaning that the door really was opened with a key. Did you happen to ask if any prints were lifted from the doorknob?
Apparently, the doorknob's clean as a whistle. Wiped, they think.
Whoever this thief is, they did a good job of not leaving any clues behind.
Wouldn't Edgeworth's print have been left behind?
Yeah, at least Edgeworth should have been on there because he opened the door. Presumably after the killer... Unless the killer wiped it as they were leaving the office after shooting... the... whatchamacallit? Jacket?
Right.
Is a wood suitable for being in the ground? It's wood suitable for being a door. Is this not
Are you
what he
gonna
said?
say
Is this not what he said previously? Is this different?
Previously? Is this different?
no? This is different. We don't have to read it if you don't want to, if you're so opposed to
No,
it.
I just thought it was.
No.
I thought he was just saying the same thing again.
No, this is different.
Because of the top quality wood comment. Sturdily made, making it near impossible to break in by force.
It's almost majestic, sir. I wish I could be as stately as this door.
Only Gumshoe would praise a door as something greater than himself. Being a detective has its own rewards and a certain virtuous value, I think. If you live up to your full
Virtue's
potential,
reward.
it's a poignant trait that anyone can admire.
I see. You're saying, sir, that me being me is the best thing I can do for everyone?
Right.
That long pause wasn't exactly reassuring, sir.
Can we go back to the type of wood? They're not talking about the type of wood. There's no type. The wood doesn't have a typing.
Why did we not... I would have loved to get a...
Huh?
I would have loved to have gotten the plates. You can swap the plates.
Oh,
but
as
we
a
didn't get
as a clue. I already checked this area earlier, but it never hurts to take another look.
I'd love to look at the floor. But I don't think I can.
Miss Bird, I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story.
What? No way, pal. I mean, sir.
You said that you locked up Mr. Portsman's office at around 1:30 a.m., correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at that time.
Wow, nothing gets by you, Mr. Edgeworth. You saw that contradiction like a pro. I had totally forgotten all about that, but thanks to you, I remember now. You're right. It was around that very time I realized the master key was missing.
And?
Well, I'm a security guard, sir. I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I? So I pretended to lock up his room, sir.
You pretended?
Yeah, I used my house key and made it look like I was locking up, sir.
So in actuality... Oh, wrong voice. So in actuality, you never did re-lock the door then?
Well, I thought maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come to think of it, I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly.
So can we open the door? Or
Oh, this door should be unlocked. So I was like, well, duh, we already know the door has
Yeah.
been unlocked. Because 1202 has already been unlocked, but I'm working ahead of the case.
So if this door is locked, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I have to take a deduce.
Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Eureka! There's a contradiction here between reality and the evidence. If what Miss Bird has said is true, then why is the door locked tight?
You know, you're right.
Miss Bird, are you sure you didn't relock this door? Why does Rin need to draw you? Yeah, because you did you donated money to charity, so she's gonna draw you. Wow, Mr. Edgeworth, that was a really good impression of my voice. Thanks.
I'm certain of it, sir. And I don't think Mr. Portsman had noticed it himself that I hadn't.
Which means what, sir?
It either means that he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door Miss Bird opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one.
She opened a different door? But how can you prove that?
There's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is... we need to examine these. The prints on the number plate. They will tell us all we need to know.
Everything? Really? Like what, sir?
Well, for example, and such as...
What?
We know for sure that Detectives Gumshoe's dinner will only consist of instant noodles.
Wow, that was amazing, sir. How did you know?
Was that supposed to be a joke to cheer me up, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, that's it. Now then, we should go back to doing what we need to do, and that is... we need to examine these. Prints on the master key? If we examine the fingerprints on the master key...
Well, that's what you want to examine, sir. That was the very first thing we did. I can tell you that we didn't find any prints other than Maggie's.
That's so brilliant, Mr. Edgeworth. So what can we deduce from that?
Ah, well...
I'll tell you what I deduced. I think this means the culprit wiped their prints off.
Yes, that's exactly it. I'm glad you were able to come to the same conclusion. However, the more important matter is... I thought we looked at the doorknob. I thought we already looked at the doorknob. The prints of the doorknob will tell us everything.
Hey, you. Yeah, you, pal. Can you do us a favor and see what you can lift from this, okay? So, what did you find out?
There's no need for such belligerent, nostril-flaring detective.
Sir, I have found only Mr. Portsman and Mr. Faith's prints on this doorknob.
So only 2 people's prints were found on this. That's pretty decisive.
I lost, sir.
Thinking logically, a certain other person's prints should be on this knob as well. Maggie's. Got it.
Take that!
Don't you find it odd that the prints of the person who unlocked this door are absent?
You mean...
Yes, the door that Miss Bird opened could not have been this one, but a different one.
By the way, are you still hearing yourself?
Every once in a while. I'm just choosing to ignore it.
Okay. Can you say something?
Yes, the door that Miss Bird opened could not have been this one, but a different one.
Okay, let me know if you still hear yourself.
Okay. What have we here? What's this?
What are you looking at, sir? Oh, hey, how about a game?
That's okay, Detective. I just found the position of this hoop to be a little off.
Hey, you alright, sir? I guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweet slam dunk.
The positioning of the hoop is definitely unnatural. Better take note of this. What's this?
Looks like a scrap of paper. I'll get it, sir. Let's see. Oh, there's something written on it.
Looks like a note from the victim.
Yeah, and it's for Mr. Portsman.
Poking around in this hallway has actually paid off quite handsomely.
Huh? How so, sir?
In a variety of different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case.
You know who the killer is? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth.
As long as my logic is sound, then yes. Mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Portsman.
What? Mr. Portsman?
I knew it. That's exactly what my logic senses were telling me, too. I suspected it was him from the instant he accused Maggie of being the killer, sir.
It is anything but logical. Lady and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. Come what may, it's time to knock on truth's door.
Mr. Portsman, I finished processing the bloody letters, sir.
No, oh, no, that's him.
All right, let me take a gander at it. Pass it here. Okay, looking good. You there. Take good care of this. Well, if it isn't Detective Gumshoe. End of the line for you, Portsman. We've got you now. Go off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke?
It's no joke. We know, Mr. Jacques Portsman, that you are the guilty party in this case.
You must be pretty upset getting chased out of your own room. I'd be mad too. So I guess you can stay. If you promise to stay out of our way... No.
You intend
Get
to
in my
hide your
way.
crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job. I can see right through the unsightly paper-thin mask you wear upon your cowl.
Haha, whoever thought it would come to this? Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Karmo, right? The legendary prosecutor who never lost a single case for 40 long years. But there was always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. Really teaches me that I gotta stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know?
Are you done trying to play mind games with me? Because they won't work.
Did you change any of your audio settings?
No.
In Discord? Okay.
The only thing you should be using that mouth of yours for now is explaining yourself. You will say? What will you say, Cox? The audio went all weird 10-15 minutes ago? God damn it.
Like weird what?
Started hearing Sunny out of JJ's mic? Yeah. That's been...
Like it only got bad 15 minutes ago?
double of everything, yeah. But it's been better since then. It's been something we've been fighting all stream. But, yeah, I haven't... Since you said, let me know if you hear double of anything again, I haven't heard double of anything again.
Okay, I think I fixed it then. I hope.
Although that too will only dig your hole deeper. Either way, your game is up. It just randomly came through, y'all weren't doing... Yeah, it's been something weird that's just been happening, Cox. Thank you for letting us know.
Is it happening right now? Is it happening right now? That I need to know.
I'm not hearing it right now.
But Cox said something happened 15 minutes ago. I'm gonna make a freaking lose it.
No, it's not happening right now. Cox just said it's not happening right now. It did happen, and now it is not happening.
Fine. Well, aren't we full of ourselves, even though you have yet to prove anything? I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how may I ask, do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Look, I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here.
Sorry, but we are not finished yet.
Boy, you're stubborn. I suppose you're basing your accusations on something?
I'll show you what I'm basing my accusation on. With evidence. Yeah. See if we can do something with that. Unfortunately, I believe I've already shown how earlier.
Your speculations mean nothing, as I still insist that I could not gain access to your room.
What should I do now? Should I raise an objection? You claim to have had no way to open my door. However, is that really the honest truth?
Alright, I'll humor you. Go ahead, shoot.
Very well then. I propose that you used this to open my door.
I can't present Maggie.
Take that!
I believe you were able to open my office door with this master key, no less.
Objection!
Wait. Hold on for a sec. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know.
Precisely, you were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did, but only to direct. That's right, you used your finger to direct this person to open my door with the key.
Take that!
You asked Miss Bird to open your own office door for you, yes?
Yeah, I kind of forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my taste, you know.
But the room you had Miss Bird open at the time was not your own, was it?
What?
You have quite the imagination. Well, why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we?
I'm certain it was Mr. Portsman's door, sir. I checked the number plate to make sure I was opening the right door, sir.
See, Miss Bird backs up my story.
Yet what if you'd misled her to fool her into thinking what you wanted?
Huh, and how do you suppose I did that?
By switching the number plates on our doors, for example.
That's right, they do slide out pretty easily.
Furthermore, you then used one other thing to give a very strong impression. That the door she was opening was yours, and not, in fact, mine. Damn it, Maggie. Please lie once or twice. What was it that Mr. Portsman used to make Miss Bird think it was his room? The basketball hoop.
Not even high, and I feel high thanks to JJ. What the fuck did I do?
Take that!
What, the basketball hoop, sir?
It's quite the peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone in this building. Which is why I left an unusually strong impression on you.
Yeah.
Thank you for hydrating me, Joker. It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside the office of a peculiar person.
When the posture and a headband.
Ah!
That's very true, sir, because there was a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought the door was opening had to be Mr. Portsmouth's.
There are signs that the hoop has been moved. To sit in front of my office, to be sure.
I see. So that's how you throw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture is a little off the racetrack. Joker, thank you. Now you're just spouting nonsense. I had the girl open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me.
So, he intends to claim his innocence to the end, does he?
I'm as pure and innocent as my jacket. And Miss Bird is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears. She's as guilty and guilty as the jilty she wilty.
What the fuck?
Sonny, pause.
Huh?
I love you.
Love you too.
My jacket's not
Jacket's not
dirty, I'll have you know.
filthy?
I just washed it yesterday.
JJ? Pause. I love you so much. I love you so much.
Runkle Stunkle wins the Funkle Bunkle.
Please calm down, for I intend to show who is the one truly covered in slime here.
Gumshoe, release the slime.
I have many reasons to suspect you.
Hold it!
I bought out Nickelodeon stock for just such an occasion. Using the master key, of course.
Let me saying I love you so much only do it with Grunkle Sunkle and Zafunga Bunkle. I said I loved you before that. Well, do you want a recursive loop, Luna, where I say I love you, Sunny, and Sunny's like I love you, JJ, and then I say I love you, Sunny, and then Sunny says I love you, JJ, and then I say, and then we just die because we don't have time to take a break to eat.
That's
or
the whole
sleep.
stream. That's the whole stream. It's just us saying I love you to each other.
I think Twitch would be like, hey, wait a minute, you're not playing Phoenix, right? You're just chatting.
This should be a just chatting stream, a just love you stream.
And then it get taken down.
Using the master key, of course.
Sure, you have a problem with that? That is what the master key is for, right?
Perhaps we should place it in an elaborate labyrinth of some sort for people like you.
Hold it.
I don't think Twitch cares about categories that much. I don't either, Shark, but I was letting the joke stand. It was a good joke. What were you doing in your office?
I was doing my usual training regimen.
Training regimen? You going through your law books from start to finish?
Mainly batting practice and some weights. Oh, and I jog when I get the chance. Wow, you must be the buffest prosecutor we have.
With the weakest legal muscles, it would seem.
I was doing my usual workout, so...
At 1:30 in the morning?
Hold it.
I think I've given you quite a few reasons, actually.
Objection.
But none of those would stand up on their own.
Objection.
Then what about all the evidence? Must be the buffest prosecutor we have, and he's visually weaker than Edgeworth. We don't know what Edgeworth looks like under all that jacket. It's all circumstantial. Oh no, that's Portsmouth.
It's all circumstantial. No judge would convict on such flimsy evidence.
Seems to be trembling a little. One more little push. But he has a great six-pack under that. Maybe?
Got those CGs.
Objection.
I had your door dusted for prints.
My door? Huh, what for? Come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time.
You're right, I didn't find anything, and definitely not Miss Bird's fingerprints.
Her prints? What do they have to do with anything?
Let's put it this way, if she really was the one who opened your door, then her prints should naturally be on the doorknob she touched. Can't picture Edgeworth working out. It would be a sight to see. Further, all the prints on my office doorknob have been wiped clean off. I can only assume it's because Miss Bird's fingerprints were on it.
Objection.
But it doesn't change the fact that I was in my room the entire time.
Is that really a fact, or is it a fiction?
Hey, would I lie to you? What a great panel show.
I have here proof you were not in your room the entire time as you claim.
Take that.
This is a note from the victim left for you, Mr. Portsman.
A note?
It was left under your door. Or did you not notice? Right here it says, but you're out. You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then where were you and what were you doing? Don't you think it's time you gave up your charade? We know you stole from my office with the intent of stealing something from me.
Is it not charade?
Charade, the British say charade.
But he's not British.
But I kind of give him that kind of like hoity-toity, you know, effect to his voice. Affect. And Detective Faith found you out. Possibly because he heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave. Mr. Portsman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. And I had the misfortune to return when I did. You had to threaten me as you escaped. As I said when you had the gun to my back, no one gets away with committing murder in my office. See, I didn't really give him a
What's just so
posh
funny,
English
pal?
accent. I just kind of gave him more of a posh affect to his voice.
Well, that look of stiff seriousness on the face of this office's finest prosecutor, as he makes a huge mistake in accusing me, is simply too much to bear. There's just nothing else like it in the world.
What?
Mr. Edgeworth just explained it all, and he even backed it up. You're the murderer. Stop trying to be slippery and just admit to the crime already.
I said earlier, it's all so circumstantial, so full of conjecture. You say you checked my doorknob for prints? Well, I can readily confess that I'd wiped that knob down well.
Hmm?
I'm a little obsessive-compulsive, you see. I didn't want to touch a doorknob that you had touched, which is why I wiped the knob down as soon as I could after you opened the door. After that, it makes perfect sense why only Jim's and my own fingerprints would be on there. You just made that up now, didn't you? Furthermore, as the note Jim left for me, you know exactly when that was? For all we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like early evening, for example.
Are you saying you failed to notice a note in your doorway?
Hey, even geniuses fail at times. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters, although that's no excuse.
He has an English tea set, so it wouldn't be odd to assume he's something of an Anglophile. Exactly.
Now, that's just a flat-out lie. There's no way you didn't notice a note of that size.
Ah, but you can't prove that, can you?
Say something, Mr. Edgeworth. Back me up here, sir.
Portsman makes a good point. I can't prove that he didn't simply overlook it.
Besides, I have an airtight alibi.
Airtight, you say?
I only just realized I had one as we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of us if I had told you sooner. I was killing someone else. If memory serves, you came back to this office around 2 a.m., correct? And it was then you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But at exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs. Ask around. I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi.
Do you really think that it's perfect?
Like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You'll see for yourself. Sorry, he said Detective Gumshoe.
Detective Gumshoe.
Sir, yes, sir. I'll go check out his alibi, sir. Be right back. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, I think we're in trouble. It's just like Mr. Portsman said. Guys down in criminal affairs said they saw him at around 2 a.m. You see?
All of the evidence points to him being the culprit. So there must be a contradictory point in his alibi somewhere. Holy shit, Gumshoe, how'd you get back so quick? It's like half an hour away by car. He's just that fast. He's like frickin' Sonic. He's like Sonic. You are correct, it was around 2 a.m.
Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on with the time.
The game is quiet. I'm sorry, let me see if I can fix it.
It's not my fault.
My
Nothing
stream
changed.
volume is all the way up to 100%.
Your stream volume?
From Discord. Because you're streaming
I'll
the
make
game
it
to
a
me?
Then I'll make it a little louder, I guess.
Can I
Ooh,
see
giving
the line? I remember checking my watch then, and make no mistake, it was 2.
Ooh, giving testimony like a pro. Okay, so you came back to your office at 2.
Hold it!
It is as you say, however.
Yes, however, you're the only one who claims to have bumped into the culprit. So tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me who you saw?
It was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see.
Objection!
Do you have the stream's audio up in Discord?
That's exactly what is at 100%.
Okay. Oh, come now. I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you?
Beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated here.
Oh well, it doesn't matter if you remember or not. It only matters that you ran into the culprit.
The BGM is quiet, the sound effects are normal. That's interesting.
Hold it!
Do I have BGM turned on in settings? Luna, why don't you go ahead and stop listening to it in Sunny stream and listen into my stream and see if it's actually quiet or not. Why don't you go ahead and do that first?
So you paid the Criminal Affairs Department a visit.
Yep. Right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight for the precinct.
Hold it!
Well, we did go and ask around to confirm your testimony.
And it was just as I said, right? Yes, sir. A number of detectives said that they saw you at around that time. See? I have the perfect alibi. That's the ace I had up my sleeve.
Impossible. He actually does have the perfect alibi.
What's wrong? Why this sudden look on your face? Can't you say anything back, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we've reached the end of the line, and it's time to get off this crazy train. All aboard! You there. Sir. Please escort the young lady out. But remember, be gentle. Maggie.
Detective Gumshoe!
Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn this situation around. What did you do with your Discord? Nothing. Nothing. I've changed no settings. If only I had a clue. Did I miss something that can help me cast doubt on his alibi? I need to calmly think this through one more time, and with logic. Logic. There were 2 bullets left at the scene of the crime. One that robbed Mr. Faith of his life, and one that nearly robbed me of my jacket. However, the murder weapon only shows signs of being fired once, meaning that it is entirely possible that a second gun was used in my office tonight. But seeing as how the killer had to steal Mr. Faith's gun, I doubt the killer had another gun up their sleeve. Therefore, second gun could have been the property of an entirely different person, which could mean that there was another person who paid a visit to my office tonight. Supposing there was yet another visitor tonight, that would also resolve the issue of why my shelves were upended twice. We know that the shelves were disturbed once before and once after the murder. So it shouldn't be much of a stretch to think that it was the work of 2 different people. Once by the person who stole the victim's gun and then killed him with it. And once again after the murder by our second culprit, who was the owner of the second gun. If we suppose that the second culprit's gun was the one pointed at my back.
Objection!
Mr. Portsman, it seems I need to amend my assumptions regarding this case.
Hey, so you finally come to your senses.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Sir, what are you saying?
This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start.
Guards, execute Gumshoe right now.
Incredible. I had assumed that the person I ran into was the killer, but that may not be the case.
What do you mean?
The person I ran into was just your average thief.
A thief? But sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts?
Not at all. It simply means the killer was someone else. And it means in actuality 2 culprits stole into my office tonight.
What do you mean, 2?
It explains both why my shelves were disturbed twice and how there were 2 guns. Mr. Portsman tricked Miss Bird and gained entry into my office.
Objection!
Now you're just leading the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, you know.
If you could please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portsman.
Hypothetically speaking.
Felony party in the prosecutor's office tonight? Hell yeah, brother. In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. Now then, returning to my scenario, Mr. Portsman was out to steal something from me. Which is why he checked my secret safe and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time.
So then, this would be when the files were put back in the wrong order, right?
Correct. And then, when he was about to look somewhere else, who should walk in but his own partner, Mr. Faith?
Why did Mr. Faith come into your room, sir?
He probably had business with Mr. Portsman, which is why he was in the area. But that's when he noticed sounds coming from my office, would be my guess.
Oh, because you were supposed to be away, right?
And he must have thought it was on, so he came into this office to check it out.
Correct, and as a detective, that was the right thing to do. But when he came in, he found his own partner standing there. Because it was Mr. Portsman, Mr. Faith probably let his guard down. But Mr. Portsman was not so merciful to let him leave alive. He waited for a chance and stole Mr. Faith's gun from him, and then... he killed him. He silenced Mr. Faith for catching him in the act of stealing. That was the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Portsman wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he also left the fake dying message behind.
You're such a complicated troublemaker, you know that?
Well, if things were as simple as that, then all would be solved. However, there was yet another visitor to my room, and this is where it gets complicated.
There was another visitor, sir.
Yes, and this other person's objective was also to steal something from me. Now then, even after Mr. Portsman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so... they stole the master key from the security guard's room.
The reason Payne's awake and present is because he was committing a felony of his own.
Why else would he be there? And then entered my room and searched through my shelves. He probably woke up because he fell asleep at like 5 p.m., the old man that he is. Oh my god. This was the second time they were disturbed, and it seems the thief found their prize.
The stolen O file, right, sir?
Correct. Only just as the thief was about to leave with the file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made their escape. The second bullet was fired during that brief encounter.
So the shell was getting messed up twice, and the two bullets. It was all because two different people were doing those things at two different times.
Precisely. So now do you see, Mr. Portsman? The person I met was just a thief, and was not, in fact, Mr. Faith's killer. Your alibi for the time frame in which I ran into the other person is now irrelevant. Because we now know that the murder took place during the first culprit's visit.
What's so funny, pal? Absolutely splendid. Your scenario explains everything. Of course it does. It's Mr. Edgeworth, after all. But you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial. Supposing if, and that's a big if, your theory is right, it would indeed render my alibi, which has withstood scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. But there is still one defining point of your argument for which you have no evidence. Your supposition that I was the first visitor. Mr. Edgeworth, you can't let him get away with that, sir.
But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof at this point.
Don't say that, sir.
Don't believe this. Don't worry, Maggie. I'll do something if I must. You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. If the person you met really was just a plain old thief, then why is that person not your main suspect? That is, if your theory is correct. That thief you ran into should be a real suspect, wouldn't you say? We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was training in my room. And when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at criminal affairs, so I can't be expected to know what happened around here after I left.
So you think we should be out there looking for the thief?
Of course. Now is the time to be having these dead-end discussions.
I don't think it's all dead-ended. I find your alibi to be fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? I know he's lying. I know he was here at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it.
Hold it!
Actually, no, I wouldn't.
Why not?
That's elementary. The dying message, of course. Mr. Faith's killer very clearly left those letters on the spines of those files. And it was after they were on there that the thief stole one of them.
You mean the Zero files, right?
And that's how we know the letters themselves were set up and not from Mr. Faith. If the thief was the killer, do you think they would try to undermine themselves?
But maybe the killer just didn't think of that either? Yeah, that must be it. Maybe just maybe.
Hold it!
Once escaped, I highly doubt a thief would linger nearby.
Well, you never know. Maybe they didn't get what they were really after.
You talk like you know quite a bit about this thief.
It's nothing like that. I have no idea about anything, after all.
Hold it!
According to Mr. Faith's note...
Hold on. I thought we already cleared that up. Didn't we say that Jim left that note for me in the early evening? If you have proof that he left it at a different time, say just before he was murdered.
I don't have any, no.
You see? So I insist again that I was in my office the entire time.
Hold it!
Why didn't you go there with Mr. Faith?
Oh, that's because he said he was tired and was going to take a quick nap. You know, those sofas in the hallway? He likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits.
And what of the evidence he brought?
There were things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items. A gun and a pendant.
Interesting. This piece of testimony seems too crucial to let slip through the cracks.
Hold it!
A gun and a pendant.
Yes, this gun, which was the murder weapon. And this pendant, which belonged to the victim.
And why were you taking them to criminal affairs?
There was something in a past case I wanted to compare these two to. But all this has nothing to do with this case right now. Anyway, I believe you'll find the long paper trail I left to be to your satisfaction.
This is all matching up with what Detective Gumshoe found out.
Thank you for patting me on the head.
There's 3 evidences.
Only 2 pieces. I believe the proper phrase here is, you fail.
Excuse me?
Hi, Corgi. You
Hey,
fail
Corgi.
as a prosecutor, Mr. Portsman, as you intend to keep evidence hidden from me.
You positively fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Portsman. What are you talking about? I haven't hidden anything from you.
Well, here's a piece I think you should read carefully.
Look at this graph.
Ah, it says Mr. Faith was bringing 3 pieces.
Yes, and this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Portsman.
Hey, I can't believe it. You get tripped up by a simple arithmetic.
Where is the missing piece of evidence?
Oh, no, you don't get it. He has his calcula. He meant 3. When he said 3, he meant 2.
Giving us a bad name.
It's...
You don't have it. You have it, don't you? Only the guilty would make such a face. Detective Gumshoe.
Whack his peepee.
It is too. His handwriting is just bad. It makes it look like a 3.
You don't have to say it, sir. I'll pat the guy down from head to toe. Well, don't come any closer. I'm warning you. This is all part of the investigation, pal. So don't even think about stopping me. No! Hey, what's this? He had this on him, sir.
Despite what you said, it would appear you do have something to hide.
Why would he hide something like that?
Only reason why anyone would hide evidence of this caliber? Because it would unequivocally point to that person himself as the real killer. Gumshoe raising his fist and Portsman leaning back made it look like he was just fucking decked him. As he should have. Let's examine this videotape in a little more detail. For this section of the tape that will drive the last nail in his coffin.
Ah, that's blood, isn't it?
Yes, I believe it's what the good prosecutor was trying to hide from us. The blood is still fresh.
You mean this might be Detective Faith's blood? No. You got it all wrong.
No amount of denial can save you. We have but to run a blood test to find out the truth. I don't know about that, Otto. I'm not here for police brutality. You told us that you had received evidence from the victim earlier. Now, you will tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way onto this video?
Yeah, it's totally suspicious.
Was it at the moment of his death? Did Detective Faith have this videotape on his personage when you killed him?
You know very well there's no way to prove that.
Not even if we were to examine this tape for fingerprints.
Ugh.
If I had to take a guess, I'd say that the only ones here would belong to the murderers, the murderous you and Mr. Faith.
No, impossible. I'm... He ate his medal?
I don't think you should do that.
It was a cyanide capsule. I love the, like, I think it's Clickhole, but I can't remember who wrote it, but it was like, maybe it was the Hard Times. It was a satire article, and it's, fearing that his interview has turned south, Sean Evans bites into his cyanide, wing. Mr. Portsman has been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, sir.
Very good.
And the results we got back from the lab techs on the tape turned out to be real solid, sir. The blood work came back, and it was definitely Mr. Faith's blood on there. And as a bonus, they were also able to lift a few of Mr. Faith's fingerprints as well.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Edgeworth. I still can't believe I got to see your cool deduction skills outside the courtroom. I'm impressed beyond words, sir.
It was nothing. I'm just sorry you got caught up in a murder in my office. Please accept my apologies.
Oh, it was nothing really, compared to what I've been through, I mean. I consider myself lucky that I was only a burglary and not a murder.
Oh.
I consider myself lucky that it was only a burglary and a murder this time, sir. If it had been a holdup or a hostage situation, I'd have thrown my hands up in the air. I think I'm finally rising up from a goddess of misfortune to just an unlucky person.
Something tells me we should have hired a different person for security detail.
You know something, sir? That Mr. Portsman, really was one corrupt prosecutor.
And why would you say he was corrupt?
Well, I heard there were a number of suspicious things related to his court cases. There's even rumors about how some of the evidence he uses is forged, sir.
This could have been so much worse for me personally. Thankfully, all that happened was another human being lost their life. Forged evidence.
They say he even decided not to prosecute a few cases for some really vague reasons.
Oh, that guy was a complete disgrace to the entire profession.
We never did get around to asking what his reason was for breaking into my office.
Yeah, whenever we got near that topic, he just clammed up.
Although we can be pretty certain that it was to steal something.
Although we can be pretty certain it was to steal something. That's what I was gonna say, too.
Why did you say it? It was my thought!
This is just between you and me, sir, but there's a rumor that some sort of huge organization is involved behind the scenes.
Well. With Mr. Portsman not willing to divulge anything, it certainly lends credence to that rumor. It would seem we hadn't heard the last of this.
Huh? Then Mr. Portsman isn't the bad guy? Let him go!
I didn't say that, but rather that there are still many more mysteries for us to solve. Does Gumshoe get into a lot of fights or just doesn't know how to shave? I think he just doesn't know how to shave. For example, we still haven't figured out the significance to this piece of evidence.
Yes, why am I a prosecutor? The stolen Zero series file.
Sure.
Take that!
The person who stole this file, the other villain of the night.
Yeah, I wonder who it was.
And what happened to the stolen pages? I wonder who in the world was it that held me up at gunpoint.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir?
Yes.
I came across this while I was processing your office earlier, sir.
This card.
Is it, sir? Is that a bird or something on there?
It's not just any bird. It's the mark of the raven. A three-legged raven. Even you should know what this is, detective.
Oh, it's about that thing, isn't it? That great thief everyone's talking about? Masked Star Damask?
Not another great thief. Yes, it is the mark of the great thief Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu. Under the mark of a legendary bird, Yatagarasu is noble to the end, a modern Robin Hood. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appears and vanishes at will.
A phantom thief?
Though we don't know much about the thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets.
There's more great thieves in the city than, like, doctors.
Crazy. The Yatagarasu likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts.
Mercurial News?
It's an interesting name for a newspaper.
Speedy Times, okay, sure. Mercurial?
The theft is always performed in silence and always with perfection. Once a target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement is sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Arrival paper to the Cyclothymic Tribune? I don't know that word. Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent out to the mass media. I'll look up cyclothymic. Oh. Mood disorder that causes emotional ups and downs, less extreme than bipolar disorder. Understood. Along with this single card. Although it has been a while since the Yatagarasu's last appearance.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, look, something's written on the back.
What? Let me see.
It's the location of where the thief put the stolen files.
So this person who stole the contents of the file was the Yatagarasu? Yatagarasu. Organization. Quite a few key words are popping up in this mystery. Murder in my office. The return of the great thief, Yatagarasu. Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming. For they were heralded by the incidents that began to occur 2 days ago.
Well, he says 2 days ago, like it's forever ago. I remember it like it was 2 days ago.
What are you feeling?
Well, you said you were tired, right?
Yeah, and I got some chores I want to do.
Well, then why don't we go ahead and end things there. Neat little button. We say that's it.
Okay.
Alright, folks. I think that's it for today.
I remember it like
here's
it was yesterday, which of course it wasn't. That would be ludicrous. It was the day before yesterday. Who do you want to read out to?
Ooh, I see Sun Limited is live.
Oh my god,
Okay.
I love her.
I see someone else is doing a shared stream. Well, actually, 62 people. Well, okay. I think this is probably a better fit. Why don't we go ahead and raid out to Harpocrates Mouthpiece, who's playing Split
Yeah.
Fiction.
I love Harpo. Let's go say hi to
Grab
Harpo.
the raid message of Spouse Sunday Raid.
Make sure you say hi to Harpo for us.
Playing Split Fiction with Ash Malik. Looking forward to playing the Pokehopia DLC this week, as well as more Splatoon Raiders. Sunny, what about you? What do you have up this week?
We'll see how I'm feeling. But I'm gonna attempt. What the heck is happening? Okay, there it goes. I'm gonna attempt to play some Xenoblade.
Blade Chronicles. Okay, great. It'll be an awesome time. If we don't see you then, we'll see you in the next one then. Bye-bye!
Bye, everyone.